Sean O'Brien is a professional country singer, and he lives the life he sings about. At 6'1", 190 pounds, this modern-day Texas cowboy does a lot more than just punch cows. When he was 18, Howard Glass was in a coma with spinal meningitis, on the verge of death. But he came back from the brink, and now at 6 foot, 215 pounds, he's out to prove he's stronger than ever.
It's been a while since I've had a real athletic challenge. I'm really interested to see how well I can compete.
There are two very different sides to Fiona Dunbar. One is a caring registered nurse. The other is an award-winning massive muscle and raw determination.
I am ready to kick some butt. I want to come from Canada, represent the nurses of North America, and just be the feistiest little competitor ever.
At the University of Pittsburgh, Stacey Boles was on the Dean's List 6 times. Now she's out to combine intelligence and power in Gladiator Arena.
It's a mind game. It's the ultimate challenge to face a gladiator and beat him.
Gladiator Arena is rocking and we are ready to roll. Hi again, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley. Glad you could join us as 4 super contenders are ready to make a name for themselves against the American Gladiators. Today's Fab Four especially diverse, including one of our contenders, Texan Sean O'Brien, and right now, my co-host Lisa Milosky is with him in the contender locker room. Lisa?
Thanks, Mike. I'm here with Sean O'Brien. As you mentioned, Sean, you are our oldest male contender at 37 years old, a man of many talents, a country music singer, a model, and a ranch hand. I want to know how that qualifies you to go against the American Gladiators.
You know, my background, I'm an ex-gymnast, and I used to do some boxing and stuff, so I can handle myself pretty well. And I'm also pretty good with those steers out there. You know, I've thrown a few steers down.
Well, that does qualify you to go against the Gladiators.
Sure.
They call you the honky-tonk man. Why is that?
Well, I'm a country singer, like you said, and I sing in a lot of honky-tonks, and I get up there and have a good time and entertain the crowd, and I'm the honky-tonk man.
Today's winners will take home $2,500 plus earn the chance to earn $30,000 in cash and prizes in our Tournament of Champions. Round 1, event number 1, it's Swingshot. A look at our 2 contenders. There's Howard Glass, 30 years old, 6 feet, 215, a background investigator from Marietta, Georgia. His opponent, Sean O'Brien, 37, 6'1", 190, as we mentioned, a country singer from Karnes City, Texas. One-time gymnast at the University of Minnesota, a walk-on and a veteran of tough man competitions. Our contenders will have to be tough against our 2 gladiators, Laser and Turbo. Contenders will try to grab either the red, blue, or yellow scoring markers attached to that center cylinder. The red ones were 3, blues 2, yellows 1. 60 seconds the time limit here in Swingshot. Turbo and Laser get there first, but not before Howard Glass grabs a yellow. Sean O'Brien upside down, trying to get back to his tower. The G-Man, Howard Glass, set to go again. He bounds high, but too far away from the cylinder. Turbo gets in front of Sean O'Brien that time. Laser, Turbo, oh, so good at this game. Sean got close. They're knocking points off that cylinder, but they're not scoring. Look at Turbo. He's got Sean wrapped up. Sean's got a blue ball, but Turbo rips it out of his hands. Unbelievable. Time winding down, maybe a chance for one more score. Laser says no to Howard Glass. He's got to put it in the scoring bin before time expires. Does he? That is it. That is it. Let's total it up. Howard, 2 yellow markers, a total of 2. Sean had his moments, but watch Turbo here. ripping that blue scoring marker away. Sean coming up empty in Swingshot. Our female contenders now set to see what they can do attached to the bungee cords, the tail of the tape. 22-year-old Stacey Boles, 5'6", 128, the food sales rep from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and former Dean's List student. Her opponent, Fiona Dunbar, 26 years old, 5'4", 135, a registered nurse from St. Catharines, Ontario. Fiona describes herself as a AAA personality. She works hard, she trains hard. For the Glads, Ice and Zap atop the Gladiator towers.
Contenders ready!
Everybody flying high. Stacey and Fiona both get a yellow. You must place the ball back in the scoring bin to have it count. They both count. Here comes Fiona. Zap keeps her away. Ice doing the same to Stacey.
Good job.
40 seconds to go. Stacey all alone. She's got a blue. And excited about it, too. Save some of that energy, Stacey. Fiona's got another yellow. Stacey again, but this time Ice right there. Zap times her jump to meet Fiona. 20 seconds remain. Everybody getting a little topsy-turvy. Zap now back on her platform. Here comes Fiona. Zap right there. Keeping Fiona away. Ice now on top of Stacey, but still, she manages to grab a yellow. Can't she put it in? 3, 2, yeah, give it to her. 2 yellows, 1 blue. Stacey takes the lead after 1 round. Outstanding effort by both Fiona Dunbar, but especially Stacey Boles. And contenders, stay pumped, stay psyched. Round 2 coming up next. Back here at Gladiator Arena, our Gladiator ascending the platform. Round 2 for the man, it is assault. And a look at the Hawkster who will do the honors for the Glads in this round. For the contenders, first up, Sean O'Brien, the ranch hand from Texas who has aspirations not only to make a name for himself here at Gladiator Arena, but to one day hit the top of the charts.
If you love country western, you gotta love Sean O'Brien.
Well, there's a honky-tonk lady with a honky-tonk plan. And I hear she's looking for a honky-tonk man. Here I am.
These days, they call him the honky-tonk man, but in his younger years, he was known as One Punch.
For one reason or another, I had a tendency to get involved in different fights and things. I ended up dropping quite a few guys with one punch.
Unlike a lot of country singers, Sean actually does live the life he sings about. Besides the rough and tumble side of a cowboy, there's also the more peaceful side of life on the ranch.
We have longhorn cattle and beef cattle and goats and chickens and all kinds of animals. And it's just a great experience.
A very athletic 6'1" and 190 pounds, Sean enjoys using his physical attributes in his stage act, and he's hoping he can get his career to follow in the footsteps of country superstar Reba McEntire.
I think she's just an awesome lady, and if I could fashion my career after her, that would be great.
But first things first, as this year's oldest male contender, Sean's got his work cut out for him before he rides off into the sunset.
Now, can he do a little straight shooting? And Hawk all pumped up to let our country western singer know who's boss. Once again, this is a timed event. Contenders have 60 seconds to try to hit the target located above the Gladiator. If they can do that, it's worth 10 points.
The Big West Roundup. Let's get it going.
Contenders can still earn points if they miss that target by successfully firing weapons at one of 5 scoring stations. Each fired weapon worth 1 point. Sean on his way with the crossbow at station number 1. Lets it fly, it's low, left. Back up, Sean, there he goes. He's all right now at station number 2. Sets himself that one, wide right. 30 seconds remain. Hawk desperately trying to pick him off. That one hits our crane camera. Sean looking for the trigger. That one's got it. That one's got it with 11 ticks left on the clock. Sean O'Brien, who one day wants to own a 10,000-acre cattle ranch, proved himself to be quite a cowboy, quite a sure shot there. He gets the 10.
Sean, very nice work. You were very deliberate, and you got it done.
Thank you. I know I had to take a little bit of time at each one and really aim. They're tough to aim.
You said you do some deer hunting?
Yeah, I love to do my deer hunting in Texas and in Minnesota with my buddies and my brother-in-law. And I guess it paid off.
It certainly did. Nice work. Nice
Thank you.
work.
Hawk hoping to prove himself not weapon rusty here. He missed his chance on Sean O'Brien. He's not about to miss his chance on our next contender, Howard Glass, and here he comes. You know, at 18, Howard was diagnosed with spinal meningitis. That he's here today is a miracle.
I told my parents that, you know, they gave me 24 hours to either live or die. And if I could make it through the 24 hours, that I would make it. And if I made it through, most likely I would have some sort of mental defect or physical handicap, and that I would definitely never be able to do anything athletic again. And 6 months later, I was back, perfect health, and, you know, getting ready to play college football, having to learn how to walk all over again. And I don't know, it really makes you appreciate life. It does.
Howard Glass, an inspiration to everyone who knows him. Now hoping for a moment in the sun here against Hawk and Assault. Well, that one hit the shield right in front of Hawk. Howard moving well. Now safely behind station number 2. 30 seconds remain. That one off the crossbar that holds that target in place. Hawk nearly takes Howard's head off there between stations 3 and 4. 20 seconds. Ooh, just underneath that target. Time winding down. Howard still alive. 10 seconds remain. Final chance here to earn points. Both those shots miss. He had taken a little more time. He might have had it. 2 seconds. Well, he hit the sensor, gets the bonus point. Howard Glass didn't get the 10, but he gets 6 for firing 5 weapons and getting the bonus point, crossing the finish line in under 60. And Hawk came close, not once, not twice, but 3 times. Are you a football fan, or is wrestling your cup of tea? We got it both in Breakthrough and Conquer, our round 2 event for our women. A look at Fiona Dunbar, 26 years old, a registered nurse from Canada, St. Catharines. She'll face Ice in the Conquer ring and then Sky in Breakthrough. Actually, Sky first. It's a potential 10-point event for our contenders. In Breakthrough, they must cross the plane of the goal line with the football firmly tucked under their arm without getting knocked out of bounds to earn 5 points. And then if they can take the Gladiator outside the Conquer ring in 10 seconds or less, that is worth 5 points. Fiona. She calls herself Flex. She's got a lot of power, a lot of muscle, but not enough to get by Sky. Tried the spin move, and Sky was right there. On to the Conquer ring.
Step in. Wait for my whistle now. Ready!
She's going to have to get low on Ice. But right now, Ice lower. Fiona just not finding any opening, and Ice holds her ground in the Conquer ring. Fiona Dunbar shut out in Breakthrough and Conquer. So once again, Sky and Ice, a potent duo in this event. Next up, a woman who has no problem staying in shape and keeping fit. We'll take a close look at the resume of food sales rep Stacey Boles, and you'll realize she has a penchant for food, fat food. You see, she sells it.
You know, if a new French fry comes on the market, skin-on seasoned French fry or whatever, you got to sample it, because you can't sell it, you can't explain it to your customer unless you've actually experienced it. So I eat it. I eat it all, even the chocolate mousse, even though I don't want to, but it's tempting, I do it.
Well, Stacey's sure to burn off a few calories here in Breakthrough and Conquer. She'll try to get 10 points here. Let's see what she does in Breakthrough, trying to make a move on Sky, and Sky is able to corral her. Not much of a move, not very dynamic. And you have to be dynamic to get by Sky. She's got that giant wingspan at 6'3". She's tough. Okay, let's see what Stacey can do with Ice in the Conquer ring. Look how low Ice gets. She knows that most contenders will try to shoot that single leg, so she doesn't want to give that away. Her 10 seconds expires, and Sky and Ice.
Woo, 2 for 2. Come on, they're a little weak today.
Our blonde bombers reign supreme in Breakthrough and Conquer.
Well, Sky and I certainly own Breakthrough and Conquer. The contenders didn't have a chance.
No, well, you know, you got the 2 toughest gladiators out there when it comes to this event, and we make a great team, so, you know, what can they expect? We just need tougher contenders.
Uh-oh, boy, you made it look so easy.
Let me tell you, Lisa, I came out here, I was totally psyched up, and I'm really surprised they weren't as strong as they looked, and if that's all they got, well, come on, bring it on, girls.
Here at Gladiator Arena, the fans in tone own the bone. It's time for Whiplash, round 3 for the men. Sean O'Brien with a 2-point lead over Howard Glass going into this round. Howard up first, and he draws Turbo. Howard, an aspiring actor who would like to win an Emmy or an Oscar one day, but no role playing in this event. Once again, contenders have 30 seconds to try to use that double triangle, that dog bone, to pull the gladiator outside the ring or pull it away from them. If they can do that, it is worth 10 points. That's good too, and look at the power that Howard Glass displays early on. He's lost his shoe. That won't help his leverage. Under 20 seconds now, and there's that uncompromising position I was talking about. Turbo able to turn Howard over. He's got to give up the bone. Turbo owns it again. Howard's undoing, watch here in the replay. Once he lost his shoe here, he lost all traction, and Turbo was able to turn the tables. And next up for Turbo, country western singer Sean O'Brien. Not only is he that, but also a romance novel cover model. Pretty boys need not apply here in Whiplash, especially against this man. If somehow Sean can catch Turbo off guard, that may be his greatest weapon. He goes over Turbo's head. Turbo responds, as he always does. Now he does the same technique to Sean, turns the table and rips the dog bone out of the country western singer's hands. No points again. Turbo still undefeated.
Very, very nice work again, Turbo. These guys are trying to get tricky on you, but it's not paying off.
Well, it's technique. I'm telling you, there is a lot of technique. You got to have some smarts. It's all about sweeping them off their feet.
Oh, no. Oh, oh, bye.
Turbo, bring her back before the next event. And Lisa, I want a full report from the locker room. All right. Round 3, the women's event, tug of war. Up first, Stacey Boles. And guess what? She's got Ice, Ice, baby. Contenders have 30 seconds to try to rip the rope out of the gladiator's hands or use it to pull the gladiator off the platform. That would be worth 10 points. If Stacey can get that red ribbon to her side of the midline after 30 seconds is up, she's got 5 and a draw. Here we go. Stacey working hard, but not hard enough. Ice wins it easily. And maybe that intimidating interview Ice gave after Breakthrough and Conquer had Stacey thinking a little bit too much. Not much of a tug on her part. And down she goes. Piece of cake for Ice. Next up, Fiona Dunbar. How sweet it is. Fiona's got plenty of muscle, bodybuilder, power lifter, her nickname Flex. Also a registered nurse. She's not about to dispense any TLC here against ice. There's her boyfriend, Bill. Muscle really not that big a factor in tug of war. Response to the whistle is.
Ice gets the draw to offset the way these platforms are canted. To give the contender an advantage initially. No problem for Ice. In 8 seconds, she tugs the rope out of Fiona's hands. I thought that might be a little better battle.
It's a shame we don't give points for facial expressions. This is a major league grimace. Hey, contenders, guess what? It is time to get tougher. 3 more events to come. Snapback is next.
We ring our Gladiator bell. Round 4 for the man. The name of the game, Snapback. One of our 2 bungee games. Sean O'Brien, there he is, 37 years old. He currently has a 12-7 lead over Howard Glass. For this go-round in Snapback, he draws Nitro. Howard, 30 years old, a background investigator from Marietta, Georgia. There he is, and he draws Saber.
In Snapback, all 4 athletes are tethered to bungee cords, and what the contenders will try to do is grab the red scoring markers worth 2 or the blue scoring markers worth 3 in 45 seconds. It is physical and frustrating.
Howard had a red there momentarily. Saber cut him off. Nitro working Sean. Now Howard's got a red. Back into the scoring bit it goes. He's got 2 points. Sean and Nitro engage in a little hand-to-hand combat there. Just when you think you have one of those scoring markers, the bungee cord pulls you back to home base. Howard's got another one. So does Sean. 10 seconds to go, and Glass has got another one. This will tighten things up. Saber goes low to stop Howard Glass. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is it. Time expires. That last one by Sean will not count, but a good effort by all 4 men. And don't think they are not tired. They are.
Quite a battle out there, guys. Looked more like a wrestling match.
Yeah, we were going at it pretty good out there. He's a great contender.
You were going pretty strong at him there, Nitro.
Well, first of all, let me correct you. I'm not a contender. You're the contender. Let's get that straight. Second of all, it's a dogfight out there. Pulling, pushing, biting, everything. Anything goes. I think he was lucky to get 2.
Okay, thanks a lot, Nitro.
You don't need to do any cardiovascular. All you gotta do is this for 30 seconds, and it's enough for the day.
Zap, you've got that right, and she draws Stacey Boles here in women's Snapback. Jazz, Zap's partner, and she's got to deal with Fiona Dunbar.
This ought to be good. It's a great chance for our contenders to earn points, but Fiona got knocked on her duff early by Jazz. Stacey trying to get a red one and can't do it against Zap. Stacey finally got the red. She's gonna try to maneuver her way. Oh, fake Zap out there, and got a yank on those things, Stace. Got a yank on him. Fiona Flex Dunbar working hard against Jazz, but she is just trapped down there. Jazz doing a marvelous job of fronting Fiona. And down goes Stacey. And that is it. Time's expired. Well, I expected a little more scoring.
I'd be in a bad mood to do this.
Only 2 points were registered in that match. Stacey Boles got them to take a 6-2 lead after 4 rounds.
You gals were just great. Jazz pitched another shutout.
Yeah, you know, this is a very challenging game, and it makes you very athletic. And I had a pretty good contender, but all I can think about is snapping her back.
Oh, it was great.
Round 5, Pyramid. The men will go first. Sean O'Brien and Howard Glass locked in a pretty good duel here so far. At the top of the pyramid will be Laser and Saber in this 60-second game where contenders will try to reach the summit. If they can do it in 60 seconds or less, it is worth 10 points. Both men make it up. The second man up will get 5.
Saber zooming in on Howard Glass. He's got him all wrapped up and sends him back to the bottom. Laser working Sean O'Brien, who's mighty close to the top, about 2 tiers away from that sensor. Howard Glass has got a breakaway, but he couldn't turn on the afterburners, and Saber sends him down again. Wow, look at Laser and Sean go tumbling. The country western singer just had a tune played on him. 10 seconds remain. And right now, Saber and Laser have successfully defended their turf. Howard back down at the bottom, Sean not much higher, and that's the way things will end. Give a hand to Saber and Laser. True to their word, they were the kings of the hill.
The guy I went up against, pretty big dude, huh? One time we went falling down the mountain, and I landed on my head first, right? My neck cracked a little bit, but I still had him, you know what I mean? I'm not ready to give up my harem yet.
Well, the women are set to climb, and Fiona Dunbar issued this challenge to Sky.
Sky, you don't scare me. I'm gonna come up that pyramid and just pull you right down to the bottom. This is for you, Sky.
Unfortunately, Fiona, big guns don't get the job done in pyramid. Strong legs do. Stacey Boles will have to deal with Siren.
Gladiators have been very stingy thus far. Here we go. Here comes, look at Siren bounce down that pyramid. Again, the surface made of energy sapping foam rubber. It's like running in wet sand. Fiona thought she had an opening, and Sky closed the door. Stacey trying to make a move. We've only got about 10 seconds left here. Neither woman even remotely close to the summit. Down they go, back to the bottom. Sky and Siren have done their job. And Fiona and Stacey will be left to look ahead to round 5. No points.
I bet I'm even taller than your father. Well, my general personality is to be very nice and calm and stuff. When that whistle blows, it's a whole different ball game. It's aggressive, it's adrenaline, it's just a power rush.
It is crunch time here at Gladiator Arena, and we've got a Gladiator get-together inside the gauntlet. That's the round 6 event for our women. First up, Fiona Dunbar, who currently trails Stacey Boles 6-2 going into this round. The final event for our women to score points before the Eliminator.
I'm gonna do this thing.
Fiona, pound for pound, our Canadian friend, may be our strongest contender. At 135 pounds, Flex is a champion bodybuilder from north of the border.
I'm still currently competing, actually. I was in the past, for the past 3 consecutive years, I've been in the top 3 at the Canadian Bodybuilding Championships in the lightweight class and in the middleweight class. And I still currently compete, but it's just that this is my year off from competing. I'm not going to look like a bodybuilder. I might just look very fit or healthy, maybe like a gymnast.
She needs to be fit, she needs to be healthy, and a whole lot more if she's going to get through this gauntlet in 25 seconds or less.
With just 2 points so far, but she could feel a lot better if she could get 10 or 5 here. She is having a dickens of a time with ice. Now Jazz giving her the business. Really having problems with Jazz. To make matters worse, there's Siren. She may not even make it to Sky or Zap. That is it. Once again, Fiona Dunbar comes up empty. Got a big smile on her face, but you know, deep down inside, she is hurting.
One down, another one to go. Let's get him. Shut out.
And now it's Stacey Boles' turn to see if she can squeeze through here somehow. She only has 6 points, but with 5 or 10 here, she could really set herself up well in the Eliminator and give herself a nice head start cushion.
Come on.
She needs to muster a little firepower here against this quintet. The first zone, she's able to sneak by ice. You gotta be more aggressive, Stacey. You gotta go for it. Go for it. You can't back into it. Well, she does get by Jazz. Now Siren working her over. You just gotta put your head down and try to barrel through there. Really having a tough time. And she can't get through either.
Yeah. And that was Sean O'Brien you just saw jacking himself up for crunch time. Round 6, event number 6 for the men. Sean with a 2-point lead on Howard Glass coming in. If Sean can knock the Gladiator off the platform in 30 seconds or less, he's got 10. If he can go the distance, that is last the entire 30 seconds without being knocked off, he's got 5 points for a draw. Sabre, of course, with a sledgehammer shot with that pugil stick, has other ideas.
Sabre, quickly, going to work. Sean O'Brien off balance, and it's got him going. Kind of wedged him off, leveraged him off. Didn't take Sabre too long, all of about 5 seconds. No points for Sean O'Brien.
Get ready! Go! No! No! Knock him, Sean! Hit him! Sean, hit him back! Oh, no! Oh!
Sabre ready to go to work again, but this time at 6 feet 215, Howard Glass should offer a more formidable opponent. And with 10 points here, or even a draw of the 5 points, Howard could take the lead over from Sean O'Brien in this last chance before the Eliminator to earn points. The Joust, crunch time. We're almost set to go. Again, 30 seconds the time limit. There's the whistle. Howard getting in the first shot. Sabre off balance. But there's that chopping overhand right by Sabre. He got a little angry. Maybe that's what it takes. Howard Glass almost had the victory. The next thing he knew, he was on the mat. Sabre whipped it in about 7 seconds. Sabre, you visualized it back in the locker room, and then on the platform, you executed it, but not before Howard Glass gave you a little scare.
Well, I wasn't really scared. He's a big guy. He's as big as I am. He's one of the biggest contenders we've ever had. So I knew that he was going to come ready to fight. I knew he was going to be as intense as I was. So I wasn't really surprised, and I think that's what saved me. I was so.
All right, let's take a look at your shot here on the Slim Jim Super Screen. Describe the action.
Okay, well, I tried to start off with the sledgehammer hit, and he made me miss it, and then he almost made me lose my thing. There's the sledgehammer, and there's the sledgehammer, and that's it. The geek took 3 of them. Strong man.
Nice to get this immediate gratification here, a close-up.
Yeah, I love it. Let me see what he looks like after I hit him. You know, there's one. There's
the
other. And there go the third one. And he's still alive, so that's a real tough man. But I tell you what, that's one of the toughest contenders we've ever had. And I beat another guy before that one. So what I want to do now is take the kids back to the weight room again, and let's see what Sabre can do after battling 2 grown men.
I'm sure you can knock it dead back there. Go ahead.
We're going to go see. Let's go, y'all.
475.
Tim. Ooh, ain't no faking, ain't no playing. It's all the way real. You want some, get some. You're bad enough, take some. Get ready. Ooh, I felt good. I'm out of here. Peace.
Even after 5 years, I don't understand why someone wants my autograph. I'm just doing a job, but my job happens to be on TV, and that's how I look at it. But I'll never turn someone down for an autograph, because without you people out there, the fans, a child, you know, we won't have a job. And that one person will take home with them if I turn down an autograph and say, I don't have time for you. You know, that person's going to remember that for the rest of their lives. And it means a lot to me because I know how I would feel if someone turned me down for an autograph if I was a little child.
Welcome back to Gladiator Arena, and it's last chance time for Stacey Boles and Fiona Dunbar. The pot of gold they're shooting for, $2,500 in prize money. Stacey and Fiona have fallen short of their expectations. Still, there's a chance for personal redemption with a good run in the Eliminator. Fiona needs to make up a 2-second deficit in head start time, but she's certainly capable of doing just that. And right now, she's with Lisa at the start. Lisa?
Fiona, you traveled all the way from Canada to compete here at Gladiator Arena. You say you have a AAA personality. You go full speed ahead at all times. Just what you need right now.
Oh, this has been the best experience of my life just to get here to Gladiators today. It's a lot harder than it looks. Even though I've got a 2-second behind on the other girl, I think I could do this one. So my AAA type personality is going to show up on this one today.
Can't wait. Thanks.
Can't wait.
So Fiona knows what she has to do, and there's Zap and Siren on course, our penalty enforcers should they fall off the hand bike. And the Eliminator is brought to you by Milky Way Bar. Nothing smooths your way like a Milky Way.
Here we go. Get it!
Again, Stacey with that mere 2-second head start. It may not be much. The Versa Climber, the first test for our women. Right now, Stacey holding her own, holding on to that advantage. Down the slide she comes. The Versa Climber takes a lot out of the contenders, and so does the hand bike, especially to the women. Down goes Stacey. She'll be detained down there for 10 seconds. Fiona now flying across the cylinder. Her AAA personality coming to the surface as she has taken the lead after Stacey's mistake. She will be the first to reach the zip line. Stacey trying to close in now. The zip line, the only breather the contenders get here on this Eliminator course. Lift those legs up. 1-point landing, and now it's the plexiglass wall. This has undone several contenders, as we have seen. And Fiona has problems with it. Stacey may be the first over the top. They could be dead even going into the treadmill. Let's see what happens. Stacey Boles powers her way up. Fiona can't do it, so Stacey loses the lead, regains it, and goes on to win the Eliminator. Her time, 1 minute and 41 seconds. Fiona with the big swing across the finish line through the barrier. Well, the one thing we know for sure, Lisa, Fiona had a good time.
Like so many of our contenders, she came to Gladiator Arena with big dreams. Things just did not work her way.
Hey, Stacey, way to go. You lost the lead. You hung in there, very determined, came back to win it all.
I came here to do it and win it. It's great. It's good, clean, great fun, wonderful time.
And a lot of work.
Definitely.
All right.
Paid off.
It sure did. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
22-year-old Stacey Boles from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a Dean's List student while at the University of Pittsburgh, and now she has another honor to add to her list, getting congratulations from her boyfriend, John. Moving on to the men's Eliminator, Texan Sean O'Brien hasn't been able to shake loose from Georgian Howard Glass. Right now, the country western singer gets a precarious 1-second head start. So this one's a toss-up, and Lisa's with Howard at the start. Lisa?
This is what you've trained for. This is it. Are you ready to pull off the upset?
It's all or nothing. All or nothing.
All or nothing. Let's go.
Hawk and Nitro on course for the Gladiators.
Come on, Sean! Get ready, honey!
There they go. 2 for the money. Howard Glass working hard in that Versa climber. He has drawn even to Sean O'Brien. And Howard has taken the lead. This kid, when he was 18 years old, nearly died of spinal meningitis. He had to relearn how to walk. Thanks to his father, Charles, he did just that. And he's having a great run so far as he has taken the lead from Sean O'Brien and is keeping it here on the cargo net. Sean not giving up, staying on Howard's tail. Both men collect themselves before they grab a hold of that zip line. Howard touches down first, Sean right behind. Howard not using a running start, just working on raw strength to get over that glass wall, plexiglass wall. Working hard on the treadmill, down he goes. Here's Sean's chance. Can he scramble up? Can he scramble up? Very few people have made it on all fours, and he doesn't. Howard trying to gather strength now for his second attempt up the treadmill. Both men are huffing and puffing. They have given everything they've got through 6 rounds, and now the Eliminator, and it's Sean O'Brien! Yes! He has made it to the top first. All he has to do is grab this rope and break the barrier, and he's got it. He does it. It wasn't pretty, but it counts. Sean O'Brien's time, 1 minute and 40 seconds, and don't forget, he is no longer a young man. He is 37 years old, and wow, he just ran the race of his life. You have to feel for Howard Glass as well. He overtook Sean from the very beginning on the Versa climber, had the lead going into the treadmill, but couldn't make it up. Wow. Sean getting a big kiss from his wife, Janice, a hug from his daughter, Shannon. A country singer from Karnes City, Texas.
And a medal-winning performance and congratulatory hug from Hawk. Sean O'Brien.
What an incredible finish. Can you believe you finished?
I tell you what, I just thank God I had enough left to get over that treadmill.
That was wild, wasn't
Woo,
it? That's
tell
a
ya.
killer. For people who haven't done it,
No kidding. Y'all gotta try out. Come out and try it if you think it's easy.
now, would this make a
Yeah.
good country western song here?
Yeah.
Something like...
Something like, I'm chasing that neon rainbow. Oh, I'm living that honky-tonk dream. 'Cause all I ever wanted was to pick the guitar and sing.
All right, thanks. You can still sing after that.
Can he ever? Sean O'Brien shaking hands with Howard Glass. What a day they had. What a match they had. Well, that's our story from Gladiator Arena. For Lisa Molosky and all of us here on AG, I'm Mike Adamley. See you again next week, everyone, on the American Gladiators.
Thanks, Renee. You really helped me, sweetie. I'm chasing that neon rainbow. Oh, I'm living that honky-tonk dream. 'Cause all I ever wanted was to pick the guitar and sing.